Okay. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode here of Let's Talk Airguns. I've got Angie with us. How you doing, Angie?
Hey guys, I'm doing well. How are you, Rick?
I'm doing very well. Looks like Kyle's already picked up on something here. Kyle said, I saw the guy who kept claiming you were biased. Looked to me like a reviewer going in blind, and the gun was your typical Crosman. In other words, adequate at best. Yeah, I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be an interesting topic today. We do have a bit of a show schedule, but one of the things I wanted to talk about was that particular comment because I got a chuckle out of it. Um, Angie, and I don't know if you saw the title that says I am biased, like all caps.
Yep.
You saw, and let me explain. I'm extremely biased, and Angie, I think you're going to agree with me that you're extremely biased too. Is that you like air guns that shoot well and don't like air guns that don't?
Well, duh.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
That's
that's
everybody.
that's the extent of my bias. How's that? Yeah, I thought that was pretty hilarious. You know, before we get too far into that, let's talk about some. We're gonna get to that, okay? Because I actually pulled a bunch of different comments off of the YouTube comments. It's something I've been wanting to do, but I haven't like taken the time before the show to actually. Oh, sorry, my nose itches. Go down and actually pull some, but I did today, so yeah, I figured we could jump in on some of that here in a minute. Um, but let's look at some of the things. First of all, let's zip over to our GTA contest page. If you guys haven't entered the contest, oh gosh, please do it. It times out this Friday. So if you have an interest into winning a big bore a multi-shot big bore air gun, go sign up. This has probably been one of our better contests. I mean, compared to some of the other numbers we've had, this is doing very well. So get in there. There's tons of different ways to sign up. Essentially, you can like a page, like Gamo's page. You can just visit a website. You get 2 points. You can join our newsletter. You guys go do these things. We have not done anything with the newsletter yet. It's something that I'm hoping to do this year. I've got to free up some personnel because it's a whole thing to do a newsletter. My wife does it for our ministry, and yeah, it's a lot of work. I mean, you get that newsletter, Angie, and I think it looks good. I think something like that, where we're letting people know all the cool specials and sales and all the content that's gone out in a month. I think that digest every month would be kind of cool. Um,
Yeah.
so when we get that up and going, that's what the newsletter link is going to be about. So if you want to get sort of like a digest of everything that happened in a month and what's kind of coming up that you want to look forward to, yeah, join the newsletter. It's kind of cool. But um, yeah, this giveaway is going to be pretty stinking awesome because it's the gun and the scope and a hand pump and ammo. And I've set it up and scoped it. The scope was something that we gave AirgunWeb gave to the cause, and yeah, it's actually a really good shooting gun, guys. If you haven't watched the video, go check that out too. It's a really great, really good contest. The
I
other
like how
thing,
you
go ahead.
I like how you've made it clear that the FX crony is not included.
Yeah, multiple times over and over and over because people are gonna get the box. Where's my crony? Anyway, yeah, that's not included. The gun is, the ammo is. I gotta be really specific. Anyway. Mm. Okay, so please, guys, go check that out. You check it out at gatewaytoairguns.com, and that is a topic that I wanted to touch on. I'm just drop the link in here if you guys want to see it. Okay, so gatewaytoairguns.com is like, well, ultimately the forum's probably going to join to the .com and we'll get away from the .org, but that's a whole thing that we'll deal with maybe next year. But the .com, we're actually expanding that. This site's going to go away probably. I don't know if it'll happen this week, but it may be in the next couple weeks because we have Angie's editor Maggie and publisher Maggie is actually uploading grip reviews to this so that we can present a really nice look to that content and market it beyond just um, the the Gateway Forum will have this website. We're also going to be doing an e-commerce section. If you guys want GTA hats and shirts, we're going to be branching into that as well. And all of that's going to happen on the GTA.com, and that's where we'll have all of our contest stuff. So definitely visit that. Not right now; it looks kind of like crap, but in like a couple weeks, it's going to look really nice. It's going to look a lot like the Airgun website, where you're going to have all the most recent content that we're creating, both either myself or Angie. And Angie is now looking to do at least 2 videos a week. Is that what we're up to now?
Yes, sir.
And possibly 3, maybe 3 every now and then. We'll have to see how budget
No, we need to
allows.
discuss this. Yeah, we need to discuss this.
We do.
Maggie told me what Maggie told me today. Rick said you want to do 3 videos a week. I said, yeah, a little bit of a misunderstanding, I
Oh.
think.
All right, so 2.
Yes.
We can do 2. Okay. I think she can do 3, but we're going to start her with 2. I know we can do 2, right? We
I can film 3, but there are a lot of behind the scenes things that go on. I don't know that we can get 3 up, but
we just need we get Maggie speeding up. That's all. We'll just get her. We kick her into high gear. So Maggie, get to work, you slacker. That's what we'll tell her.
She's only too busy fighting caterpillars off too.
Yeah, she's a mom with 2 children, homeschooling, all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, it's not like she doesn't have other stuff to do, right?
Right. She's doing a good job, though.
Yeah, I would agree. Anyway, we'll move on. Enough Maggie praise. We'll move on to the next thing. But yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of stuff coming out. So instead of the 1 a week, it's gonna be 2 at least, and then we'll see how that goes. We still have all the SHOT Show footage. I know she's working on. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we've got gonna be coming out here very, very, very shortly, and we're kind of like, if last year we were in first and second gear, we're definitely hitting third, fourth, and fifth this year, I hope, to really crank out some content. So you're going to be able to jump from that content directly over to the forum. So all of this stuff, I'm wanting to tie it together so that the GTA has just a really good presence that people are happy to go use and find it fun to do so. So that's the scoop. We have got a bunch of comments here. Anything that I need to see, Angie? I haven't been paying attention.
Let's see. Harold from Iguana Lifestyles. I believe that's who he is. It doesn't have the LLC on it, but is it a 457? The
Yes.
Winchester 74.5.
Yes.
I'm deer hunting in Virginia this year, so
yeah,
it's a good one.
Andy's got a question here, and we're going to actually talk about compressors tonight. I have one we're going to do a quick demo. I actually tested a little bit before, so we're not going into it totally blind, but I'll show you guys that. You guys will see it. It's a $350 option for those that are interested. So yeah, so it's it's going to look very familiar to other compressors on the market because they all come from China. They're just different colors and different label. There you go. But this one has, it seems like it's got some very aggressive cooling, so we'll take a look at that. Let's see. Modern Airgunner, we have posted, let's see. Let me come back over here for a minute. Have you posted your first video up yet, Angie?
No, sir.
Okay, so
shame.
But you've got it coming, right?
Right.
Okay, so we've been telling you guys about Modern Airgunner. Excuse me. And so I finally got mine up, my first video up, and it's done really well for a channel with little to no subscribers at current. To see it hitting 1,000 and some bit views in, I don't know, a little over a week is actually pretty good. I'm very happy with that. So we're going to be, as you have your content, I've got more content. I got some other things to talk about too. Yeah, I think this is going to be a great channel. It's unsponsored at this point, and what I mean by that is none of these companies are paying us to do this, right, Angie? I mean, you're not
right.
I mean, our hope is that we will be able to build a channel with sufficient revenue from YouTube views that will be able to actually buy product and kick ourselves a little cash once in a while as we can. but really it's an outlet for either Angie or myself to just go do something fun that is we're not directing anybody to anywhere. It's just us having fun with our air gun. So, and that I think that's going to be cool. I don't know what you think about it. You have a lot that you've already filmed, correct?
Yes, sir. I think it's going to be cool. I'm having fun filming the videos. It's kind of, I don't know, there's a little bit of freedom in it.
Yeah, I mean, when we're doing the other stuff, I mean, we do have considerations. Companies want us to hit specific points. We're going to get to that whole thing here in a bit. But also, I mean, when we send you to a sponsor's website, that could be go to umarexusa.com, or it could go to pyramidair.com, or Airguns of Arizona, FT Airguns, or Airgun Tactical, or Airgun Capital, or Buck Rail. You guys get the idea. When we say go visit or learn more about this product and we give you the website, YouTube immediately cuts the legs right out from under us and we get zero revenue from YouTube. So we have, I mean, when we have a sponsor that's wanting us to point to their e-commerce, the only revenue we get is from that sponsor. We get it one time, and it needs to be sufficient to cover Angie's time or my time, editing, publishing, following up with comments. It's Angie, I don't know. You've been keeping track of your time a little bit. What do you have in like on a typical grip review? How much time do you have in?
Part one and part two,
Yeah, together.
probably about maybe 10 to 12 hours.
Right. So, I mean, if you were working a job, 10 to 12 hours, and you actually, as of the first, you are working a job. Um, yeah, if you were working a job, I mean, I don't know if, man, if you folks out there that would just go to work for free for you want to get paid for your labor. So, yeah, I mean, we've got to have revenue stream that makes sense for us to keep doing what we're doing. And praise God, we actually have that. So thank you to all of our sponsors, and you guys thank all of our
Yep.
sponsors, because if we didn't have them, yeah, we probably wouldn't be here. We'd be doing something else. So, but anyway, the Modern Air Gunner channel
And
is.
thank
Go ahead.
and thank you guys for watching.
Oh gosh, yes, absolutely. But check out the Modern Air Gunner channel. I'm excited to see how that's going to go. I've got another video coming up on that. I got a picture of that. Let me kick over here. Um, let's see here. It's going to be
Joe's up. Hey, Joe.
Joe is a. Oh, I didn't put a picture of it here. I've got you just did the Bara, or you got the Bara coming out this week, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so
The
I know I've
22 cal.
I know I've got to preview that. And you've got part one and part two going out this week.
Yep.
Outstanding.
Yep.
I did a video with my Bara that's going to go out. I don't know. I have to look at the calendar. But I shot with the one leaf optic, which looks really good, by the way. And so I have a modern airgunner video that's going to be of that coming out at some point. So anyway, since we're
Guess what
talking
else I did today?
shot, I know what you did. You shot caterpillars.
Yeah, with a thermal and the Brocock. It was awesome fun. And the Hades, of course.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if the thermal would pick them up, but it sure did. It was
did
awesome.
it? That's going to be fun to watch. Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
very fun to watch. Let's really quickly jump over. I'm going to jump over to. Oh, I forgot to Angie. I can't believe I forgot to add you to this screen. That was very bad of me. Hold on just a second. There she
So
is.
Vibes just in a voice?
I gotta turn your volume down now. No, this screen with these new product videos I wanted to talk about really quickly. Um, I didn't have your wonderful image on there. I need to make sure you're on the screen. Um, so upcoming videos, we have a bunch. When I was talking earlier this year, that our year this year is just chock full of a bunch of new stuff. I know you've already done the video on the Daystate. You've shot Daystate FX, and now you're on to Brocock, Angie. That's a lot of high-end air. It's probably as many as you did all of last year, if any,
Yeah,
high-end
probably
air.
so.
Yeah. So, and I think we're not close to being done, because with the sponsors we have that carry those guns, we've got FT Airguns, we've got Airgun Tactical, we've got Airguns of Arizona, Pyramid Air. I haven't got anything out of Airgun Depot yet, but I'll keep trying. um, and who knows? I mean, who knows the other folks? I was thinking about getting the Catron out again from Utah and shooting that some because that's a gun that needs to be shot. It's a beautiful air gun. It needs. That's probably going to be a modern air gunner video. But yeah, I mean, we got so many cool stuff, so many cool products. We're excited to shoot and work with. I wanted to kind of go through some of the list here. Um, so have you have you worked with the new JTS compressor yet, Angie?
I have not.
Okay, I've got a video coming out on this. It's your typical box, fill up your airgun compressor. It doesn't fill bottles. So I really want somebody to make a compressor this size that'll fill at least pony bottles. I don't need it to fill the big bottles, but just the pony bottles would be awesome. But it's not meant for that. I think you can probably do it, but just not meant for that. It's meant to fill your air gun, but it's oilless, maintenance free. They actually have a really cool kit that when you need to rebuild it, it comes with a set of rebuild parts already, which is like awesome. So they've
Nice.
thought about the user serviceability. So I'm excited about this. We'll have a video. I don't know when that's coming out. I know we have a calendar, and I might do on GTA on like GTA.com and also on AirgunWeb.com. I may create a calendar that has the upcoming videos. That might be something we want to do, so
Yeah,
people
that
can
would be
kind of know
cool.
when it's coming out, and we can remember when it's coming out because we have so many things going now. Anyway, so that's one cool thing. Um, One of the guns I really like is the Caden, and I don't think you shot this, did you, Angie? The
Nope.
Caden. Okay, so this when Benjamin, they had the Discovery, then the Marauder, then all the Marauder variants, and then they needed to do something new, and they contracted with Krull, or Krull Airguns out of Turkey to make the lines. The Akela, the Caden, the Kratos, and the Gunner are all made by Krull out of Turkey. You shot a Krull, didn't you? Like the Puncher Breaker Marine or something?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
That's a pretty nice gun.
Have you
Full pup.
did you publish that? I forgot at this point.
I did.
Okay, so that's
I did.
that's done and gone. Okay, so
Yep.
this is a first of all, it's a beautiful gun. The hardwood stock on this. Oops, I didn't have enough pictures of it. I just got the one. All right, so you only get the one. Um, it's a beautiful stock. It's shot great. This is actually a gun that's going to go out to um, a viewer and someone who sent in a gun for repair that was not repairable. So I've worked out a way for him to get this for his brother at essentially cost. So that's going to be cool for them. But this is a really, really nice shooting gun at 50 yards. At 50 yards in the wind, it was doing sub-inch groups. And we had like not a little wind, but like a lot of wind. And it was still doing sub-inch at 50. So I was pretty tickled with that. Just a great gun. So that video is going to be coming out. It's a modern air gunner video. The next thing we have, and you got one of these too, Angie, right? You got the 22.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
this is the production Evan X Viper. Um, if you guys saw, this is a semi-automatic 22 caliber pistol that actually produces reasonable amount of power. In 22, it's over 20 foot-pounds. Out of a pistol, that's pretty good. I mean, that's doing really, really good out of a little pistol. Um, the new model here, I wanted to get to the picture that everybody wants to know about. It actually now has a threaded um, barrel. So, very cool. If you want to put a moderator on this, you can. They also have a stock adapter, which lets you put an AR stock on it. So you can take this
Sweet.
from like this to a suppressor to a microcarbine, which the more and more air guns I'm shooting, I'm loving the whole microcarbine concept. I really, really like it.
Oh yeah.
I like it a lot, like a whole bunch, a lot of. But yes, so this is going to be one of those guns that you can plink with, light hunting. I mean, it's people hunt with 12 foot-pounds. This does 20.
Yeah.
It's all there. It's right. I mean, it's right there.
Rats. Yep.
Oh yeah, you could definitely get this. Can you imagine taking this out in the woods squirrel hunting? That tiny little thing. That would be cool.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. All right. So we'll deal with that. Mine, I happen to get in 25 cal. I know you got the 22. So um, this should be an interesting run. I don't know. Yeah, I
What's
haven't
up
shot it
with
yet.
that?
What's that? You
Like
got?
I
I know.
say all the time, my favorite small bore cal is 25, and I keep getting 22s and 177s.
It was not my choice. This Mr. Lee said I was going to do his accent. No, I'm not going to. Mr. Lee said send Rick the 25. So that's what I got.
We could do a trade. He'll never know.
Yes. Well, let me do my video first, and then we'll go from there. I have the 22, so maybe if I get two, I'll dual wield like the 22. That'd be funny. That'd be a great, funny video. Kind of hide behind a barrier and come out with it. Anyway, let's move on. Nobody wants to see that fat man with two guns trying to move. That would be, yeah, no. Okay.
Yeah, it reminds me of me when I go to do some videos. I'm going to do this and it's going to look so cool. And I have this all in my head. And then I go watch it on film. I'm like, oh, that's ridiculous.
Oh, Andy
So
was
Tim
asked.
asked a question.
I was going to get back to Andy about his compressor question, and I didn't know what he wants to
Okay.
spend. Andy, apologize. I meant to get back to that to you, but if you want to just throw down in the comments, what's your budget, then I'd be pleased to help you pick something out. And look, any of these small things, if you use them a lot, they're going to wear out. I think the key is get with a company that's going to have rebuild parts. The first generation of the Umarex Ready Air, the piston seals wore out prematurely. They've solved that, so now they have a solid unit. But to rebuild it takes 20 minutes, and it's literally some rings on the piston and an O-ring, and you can rebuild the whole. I mean, that's user serviceable is what you want. Those parts are gonna wear out because you're pushing them hard. I mean, it's not like a little pancake compressor you used to with a nail gun. I mean, that's 150 psi on the top end. That's nothing. I mean, we're pushing stuff to 4,500 psi. That's a lot of heat and a lot of pressure, and parts wear out. They're gonna wear out. So being able to actually work on them yourself, I think, is super critical. So JTS comes with a nice kit to do that, and I've got something to show you here in a bit that also has a similar thing. But this is a cool product. So let me know your budget, and we'll go from there. Let's see. The GX pumps, by the way, I like those pumps. I have the battery powered one that's still going strong. I don't know when I first showed that pump, Angie. It's got to be over a year.
I don't know.
I use it not like every day, but I use it when I go to the range. I use it. So I don't know how many hours I have on it, but it works really good. I've been really happy with that. Um, okay, the next thing. You didn't get my email till late because I was going to have you. Oh, you have
I
it
got
behind
it.
you. You can't
It
see it.
is.
You can't.
Well,
There it is. Don't you can't
well,
touch it.
yeah, I'm not gonna touch it, but yeah, you can kind of see it a little
Okay.
bit.
So did you get like full blued out?
Yeah,
Is it,
it's. I thought it was really girly, but it's actually not. It's actually sort of girly, but not really girly.
they didn't have a pink one for you?
No, I didn't want pink.
If you guys don't know what I'm
I
talking
wish I
about,
could pick it up.
yeah, I know they'll kick us off the chat. They'll kick us off. I'm gonna go and do the. I'm gonna pull it up on Pyramid Air. Hold on. Build your own. All right. So first of all, I'm not advocating that this is financially smart. It's not. It's a lot of extra money, and essentially at the end of the day, you got an Avenger, right? But if you want something to just create something just because you can, it's kind of cool to be able to go and pick your own colors and stuff. So this is Pyramid Air's Airgun Builder, and essentially I just put the link in the thing. Essentially, you can pick what you want to build. So I'm gonna pick the Avenger, and you can pick your caliber. We lost connection. Did we lose? I think we lost Angie. Well, guys, I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully, Angie will come back. Um, So you guys can just see her picture there, and hopefully we'll get Angie back. But you guys, you pick your caliber, and then you can color. You pick colors on almost every part of the gun. And so what I did is I created a what I call the AirgunWeb version. Um, where'd my photos go? Here it is. Here it is. All right, so it's gold. And hey, are you back? I'm hearing some audio, but not Angie. Hello,
Yep,
you're back.
you sound very robotic.
Yeah, you're. It. I got a text from you just
Hello.
just now. Um. Yep. I kept running. You dropped off, and so I'm guessing we're fine now. But maybe your internet just kind of glitched over there,
Hmm.
or maybe mine did. I don't know. But I didn't get a warning, so I'm just gonna keep going. And I was telling them about the Avenger and how you can go to Pyramid Air's website. You pick your caliber, you pick your colors, and at the end of the day, you've got a gun that is personalized to your liking. So this is I did it, they didn't have yellow, but I did gold and black, and this photo that you guys are not seeing, there it is. This photo doesn't really show the color well. That's lighter. It's a darker color than that, so it's more yellowish than that sort of light pale gold there. Um, Essentially, what they're doing, they're Cerakoting the parts. I really like it. I think this is super cool. It's not cheap. I think this topped out at over $500 for that configuration. And if you get more, like I only did the stock. I did the yeah, because I didn't do anything else. Left everything else black. So it's black and gold for AirgunWeb, and I got it in 25 caliber. So that is, in fact, I'm going to be demoing the new um, Air Venturi Rove Air. Did you get one, Angie?
Not yet.
No, yeah, okay. So I'm going to be demoing the Rove Air and getting that video out hopefully soon. I hope to have a short out maybe middle of the week or so. Well, that'd be tomorrow. Um, and then we'll have a full video, which I'll be talking about fill times, and we're going to put it through its paces, and then I've got to send that back so it's going to the next reviewer. But yeah, I really think. Uh, I mean, I like the Avenger. Really like the Avenger. The adjustability, what it brought to the table for a gun that was essentially $300 that provided the same adjustability as an FX. Angie, that's pretty awesome, I think.
And the accuracy it provides. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's
yeah,
it's hard to
yeah.
beat that gun. Look, it's it's not as nice to shoot as say like the 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 Huntsman Revere,
Yeah.
but it doesn't cost that much either, right? So
Absolutely not.
yeah, it comes
You
down
know
to.
what's cool about
Go ahead. No, no, go ahead.
the Avenger, the you can customize it. Well, mine would be like one like a lot of guys. I wish my wife would shoot or wish my daughter would shoot. This
Good
is a
point.
really good way to get them into it by going and like ordering one that looks like mine, all blue and purple and stuff.
Yeah,
I think mine came in a little over $600 because I had more color added to it.
yeah.
So, but I think it's a really good way to get other people into the sport.
I thought I had ordered the Donnie FL adapters with mine so that I could put a moderator. Oh, that's the picture I was looking for of the bar. We go backwards. All right. so I could put a moderator on it because by one of the things I want to talk about is Airgun Capital has a new line of adapters and a new line of moderators that I'm going to be checking out. So and I wanted them to get with you too, Angie, because they've got up to 25 cal moderators now. So
Nice.
they've branched outside the just CO2 guns and they're doing something a little bit more robust. So we'll see how that plays out. But I want to try their 25 cal. I thought this would be a great choice. So once I do my basic video with this, I actually have a Donnie FL adapter I can put on this. I also have um, the integrated adapter moderator from Buckrail that goes with this. So I could try a lot of those options out. So get with Terry if he hasn't sent you one of those already.
Okay.
Have you seen the Donnie FL adapter? It kind of goes in and supports the barrel.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So Terry at Buckrail has that plus the moderator on it as all one piece.
Oh, okay.
But
All right.
let him know you got 25 because I think the ones I have are 22. I'll have to get with him. So anyway,
Okay.
all right. Uh, let's see.
Do we want to tell them about what's next for the giveaway? Or
Oh
after
yeah, I
this
guess
one's
we
up?
can. We're gonna give
Since it's right there.
away. Yeah, the next giveaway after Angie's done her grip videos is actually that Blue Avenger, which is gonna be really cool. We'll have to figure out
Yeah.
what scope to put on it. I'll reach out to Hawk, or maybe there's another company I can talk to. If Hawk is unable to, we're gonna get a scope put on it. So when you ship it out, we can send a scope with it too. That'll be nice. So,
Sweet.
yep.
Yeah.
And maybe we can get with uh, um, Joe, and he can get some pellets, and it'll be maybe do a whole thing. Maybe I can get with one of the compressor companies and get a compressor with that. Be a cool package: compressor, gun, scope, and pellets. That
A
would be
Robert.
that would be awesome. We'll have to ask not Kristen. Hi, Kristen.
Emily?
Emily. There we go. So.
And Timmy asked if I'm going to do a grip review on the Notos. Joe, you want to send me yours?
I yeah, I've actually got a video coming out on that. I keep pushing it back because we've had some scheduling conflicts, but I've got a video coming out, not a grip review. We will be doing a grip review on the Notos for sure. So how
Sweet.
that's going to work out, don't quite know, but we will definitely do it. Even if I send you mine, we're going to do it. So all right, let's see. We showed all those beautiful pictures. This was the picture of the bearer I wanted to find that I forgot. Oh gosh,
Bara?
it's the Bara. Thank you. It is such it's such a pretty gun, and that's the one leaf scope. Um, yeah, it was a that was a good video. Uh, Video for Thursday is the Air Arms. Normally we have our sponsor videos go out on Monday, um, but we're trying to do Air Arms as the fully monetized YouTube friendly ones, and we have to go through an approval process on every single one. And it took forever. They just got approved today, which meant I wasn't going to release it yesterday. So that's going out Thursday. I'm probably going to be sticking with this gun for a little bit. I hadn't shot it in a while, and boy, is it really fun and nice to shoot. Um, yeah, yeah, that's going to be. I think I'll be shooting this for Air Arms for a little bit. Let's see if there's anything else. Just more beautiful pictures of that gun. I got a gauntlet video coming out for Modern Airgunner in 30 cal. The 30 cal, oh, that's so much fun too. And then we have here's the other shot of the Caden. Yes, isn't that pretty?
It is very pretty.
So I think that's. Oh, this is now we get to this video. Okay. Um, so a lot of people saw the Crosman video. What'd you think of that? Did you even watch it, Angie? Probably didn't watch it.
No, I didn't watch it.
I have to watch all your stuff. At least you should watch some of mine. Goodness.
I do watch some of yours. I just didn't watch that one.
Yes. All right. So, um, some of the comments we got off this were pretty hilarious. Um, First of all, the whole reason I did this video, the whole reason I'm going to do the um, Hot Sun Speedfire, and for those that mentioned, maybe I got a bad one, which could be very much the case. Like I said in one of my comments, all of my emails to Crossman go unanswered. So the talking to somebody there about what's going on with the gun, or is it working right, or can we do something different? Um, I mean, it's pretty much pointless for me to try and do that. I would like that to change. Hello, Crossman. Return my emails, and maybe we can deal with some of this stuff. I actually bought the newest Crosman MAG-Fire Extreme, and no, Angie, I'm not sending it to you. I don't want to burden you with another brake barrel for a while.
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah, thanks.
Thoughtful.
Yeah, but I have I did buy the MAG-Fire Extreme, and I also bought because I was placing the order. I bought the Hot Sun Jet the double
Oh,
cylinder
really?
hot sun jet. That one I will send to you. I'm gonna do my videos with it, and I'm gonna send it to you. So yeah, we'll
Cool.
run
You
that
can
through the.
figure out any quirks or anything and let me know.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
like
To
I
save you
like
some,
that you shoot them first and then send them to me. I like that.
save save you a little, save you some headache. Um, that's an
If
air.
there are if there are issues, they're not always. I'm just playing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. So really quickly, I wanted to just talk as it was talked about in the title. Just and I would try and keep this brief. I don't want to soapbox, right? But I want to try and explain to folks, basically how the channel runs. And this goes, and I've talked about Modern Airgunner being a channel that's just Angie and I going up and having fun. There's no money that's changing hands on that at this time. If there ever is, I'd be pleased to. Really, what I'd be looking there is just what we call product placement sponsors, which people support the work in general, and it allows us then to go do the work we want to do. And I have a few of those on um, AirgunWeb, which is like JSB pellets. It's not like they force me or compel me to, excuse me, Predator JSB. Hi, Joe. They don't like send me a note saying, Rick, you need to do these 13 videos, and if you don't, we're not going to pay you. They support AirgunWeb, full stop. And they're pleased to just support the channel, and we get to go do what we do, and that's awesome. Angie, you agree?
Agree.
It's way nice. We have other sponsors that do that. Hawk um, is another sponsor, and yeah, we use a lot of Hawk scopes. Why? Well, one, that's the scopes we have. I don't have anybody else, dumping buckets of scopes on us to put on our guns. So it's what we have to use. And I happen to like Hawk scopes. I think they're really nice. Um, and they support just full stop in general what we do, and they don't dictate anything. They just help support the channel, which is awesome. Um, we have, and then also ATN's another. I mean, those are just a few examples of some folks that provide general support to the work we do, which is cool. Um, then we have sponsors. FIREARMS is another one. Um, and then we have sponsors that have maybe they have a new product they want us to highlight or feature, and yeah, we do that for them. I mean, the Gamo videos I did were important to tell you guys about the new Gen 3i program, right, Angie? I mean,
Yep.
it's a new system, it's a new thing. Um, I can tell folks that um, we had or you had a concern with one of the guns, and you talked with them, and we're gonna have them look at it because it wasn't shooting up to standards, right? Um,
Right.
and
Yep.
when we have a relationship, of course we're gonna do that with folks. I do that with all of my sponsors and all of the folks we work with, because I don't want to just assume that once and done is the result of it. I happen to know Angie got a MAG-Fire in a while back, and it was so bad, she said it's not really. In other words, you don't want me to review this. I think was your response, Angie, about that gun.
Right. I was very frustrated.
Yeah. So,
Very frustrated.
well, you should look at my video when you can and see if the things I ran into were similar to what you're running into. I did the video anyway because I was more interested about um, the multi-shot functionality. Obviously, if that can work great, but if it doesn't produce any power, it's not accurate. Who cares? You don't want it. But I really wanted to see how the multi shot system worked, which that seemed to be okay. I don't like the mag, but you guys can watch the video if you haven't seen it, see all of that. But anyway,
Maybe
um,
I just got an extreme lemon because my mag broke. I couldn't even use it.
really,
It broke. Just, yeah,
well, I've had.
it was done.
I mean, I don't want to get into a Crossman bashing thing because that's not the point of this. Because like Benjamin Crossman, they're together. They're the line of um, the all like the Akela, Caden. I love the gunner, so it has nothing to do with brands. It has to do with I like guns that shoot well, and I don't particularly care for guns that don't shoot well. So when somebody calls me biased or references the channel being biased, absolutely, I am completely biased for things that work well.
Well, you know what
Yay.
it causes for me? Yeah,
What's
you
that?
know what it causes for me during reviews? Okay, so when I get a gun that doesn't shoot well, I have to figure out if it's me or if it's the gun. And the first place I go is got to be me. So it can be really frustrating. And then I find out it's the gun and I feel so much better about myself.
Well, I actually looked up the word biased, and it's interesting. Biased means unfairly prejudiced for or against someone or something. Um, so yeah, that's yeah. So I don't know that I'm unfairly prejudiced towards guns that work well. I have an expectation that they work well. So I don't. Maybe I'm not biased. Maybe I'm just reasonable in my expectations that if I've spent money on something, it ought to do what it says. And if it doesn't, then you know, the other one of the other comments, and I just one of these. This was a good one. One of this Irish Cracker made a comment on, I think it was on the Crosman video, that I wasn't my typical enthusiastic peppy self. Yeah, I'd been spending freaking hours trying to get a gun to shoot that wouldn't. I don't know many people that would be. I'm so excited. In fact, to be excited about something that shot like dog poo would in and of itself be disingenuous. So yeah, if a gun shoots good, I'm excited. I think it's great. If it doesn't, yeah, don't expect me to be like cheerleading. What a great piece of dog poo. I'm not gonna do it. Forget it. So, when I have a gun, I take it out of the box. I go back to the gamo guns. Why? What's what my have? What's my frame of reference right now? I've asked Pyramid Air. I asked for another. Actually, the gun I've been wanting to get my hands on, and I'm gonna have to figure out a way to buy it. Is the Diana 54 Air King. I don't know if you even know what that gun is, Angie, but it's a side lever, recoilless. It's got a interesting recoil system that eliminates the recoil that you have with a brake barrel or Springer. Excuse me, a spring barrel,
Is
spring
it on
Airgun.
their website?
It is. When we pull it up, that's a good idea.
That would be awesome.
Let me get it. I can do that. Let's see. We're gonna do 54. I requested it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna get it. I actually put in an order and said please send it. I don't know. All right, so I got it. The one I ordered was the 22 cal and the
Oh
red
yeah,
laminate stock.
that's pretty.
Yeah. Um, I had a 30 52 years. This is back when I lived in college. I had a 52. I shot the 54 when Umrex had RWS Diana at Umrex's range, but I never got to ever review one of these. But it's such a gorgeous gun. I'm really hoping I get to try this. Um, but I mean, you see the price. It's 740 bucks. It's not cheap.
Right.
But anyway, but yeah,
That's a good
back
one.
to back to the thing. I don't have. There's not a lot of brake barrels that I've shot recently because I don't know of a company that's really. Okay, Hatsan obviously makes a bunch of brake barrels, um, but I haven't shot. In fact, I've got a couple of 135s. Thinking I've got the Carnivore, the 30 cal brake barrel that I'm going to pull out and do a video on. One, I really like that gun. I haven't shot one in a long time. I want to see if it's the same if it works the same, because if it does, it's just a great air gun. Um, but I have no allegiance in the sense of promoting stuff that doesn't work. That makes First of all, it makes no sense to do that. When
Well, then
something,
you wouldn't stand behind your facts, not fluff.
yeah,
It
I
would
mean,
be fluff.
yes, I give consideration to people that support what we're doing, like Gamo. If a gun comes in and it's obviously not operating to spec, I mean, I know the guns very well, so I know if they are or aren't. And when they aren't, which gosh, that hasn't happened in a long time. I give Tony a call. Say, hey Tony, I got a gun doing this. They'll say, oh, that's not supposed to do that. Send it back, and That's how that relationship works. And I would be pleased, be thrilled to have that relationship with absolutely every manufacturer that we work with. I don't. I'd love to, but I don't. Um, and if I have no frame of reference if something's working the way it's supposed to or not, then how do I know if it's doing what it's supposed to do? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to find out on the Crosman front because I, out of my own pocket again, bought the gun myself. So same with the Hatsan Jet. That's not, that's not YouTube money or other. I mean, that is, I went and bought it out of my pocket so we can verify. That's the kind of stuff that our general like product placement sponsors allow us to do. It gives us that ability to just go do stuff like that without having to have it specifically covered, which is that's awesome. So that's a huge thank you to those guys. Um, the Modern Airgunner channel we talked about, the Gateway to Airgunner channel, it's and we're moving. I think Angie and I, you and I were talking, or Angie and I were talking today about the migration of that content because reality is it's all now it's we have advertisers on the GTA and that's out of that budget is what covers our costs. So it's not like a particular company says I need you to do a particular thing with a particular product. We certainly have companies that send us stuff with the understanding we will eventually get to it. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. So we're certainly moving to a far more objective format there. You gonna say something, Angie?
I have a bunch that I'm trying to figure out what order.
Yeah,
What should I do next?
yeah. That's one of the reasons we wanted to move to a 2 video a week program because if it was just one a week and you're doing 2 videos for each gun, you got I don't know easily a year's worth of guns back there, probably.
Yeah, yeah. It's just it's gonna go much smoother and much better when getting the 2 videos in. I mean, Bara this week is Wednesday will be that's tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the first, and
Yeah,
then grip part one, and then Saturday grip part two. So it'll be nice to get them both out the same week.
yeah. Um, Albert's saying about the Cometa. I shot Cometa years ago, and they were really nice. And I would be look. There's a bunch of guns I think would be fun to shoot. Cometa's one. Norinca, which is another Spanish brand, I believe it was at least at the time, or Norica, whatever it's called. BSA, which is a gamo thing, I know, but those are all, gosh, just really solid guns. I like shooting break barrels. I know Angie, it's not your go-to. If there was a PCP and a break barrel, I pretty much know which one you're going to grab. Um,
Are you sure? Are you
I'm
really
pretty
sure?
sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It depends on the situation.
Yeah, like if there's air in one or not. If the PCP's got air in it, I know it's what she's grabbing. That's pretty easy. But I
No,
like.
I really enjoy the Gamo brake barrels. I
Oh,
really do.
okay, all right. So we're gonna put the Gamma Magnum next to the Avenger.
Oh, you say the Magnum, of course.
I know.
If I'm feeling strong that day.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, but I like shooting break barrels, so hopefully we'll get some more of that stuff on the channel. We'll definitely can do some on modern airgun. One of the things I was thinking about with that was to do a retro review, which is old guns that you actually aren't for sale anymore, um, just to go nostalgic on these old guns and see how they're still shooting. Kind of fun. Um, all right. So anyway, I think we've kind of beat the whole bias thing like a dead horse. So that's pretty much done. We can move on. I was gonna show you guys this compressor. We're kind of we got plenty of time. 7:20. So let me show you this new compressor. Okay, I'm gonna switch screens here. All right, so um, this brand contacted me. Oh, here we go. It's orange. Ta-da!
Ooh, I like it.
You like the orange?
I do like the orange.
Okay, so if you guys can see, it's your standard, compressor. It's got 2 fans, which is very, I think, similar to like the Rove Air. It's got these 2 big fans here. This thing moves a lot of air. You've got this side. You've got the bleeder. You've got a burst disc. You've got your fill port. You've got a fan start, which starts your main fans, kind of like turns the compressor on, and then you have your compressor start. Um, on the top, you've got your gauge and your temperature setting. Um, on the back side, you have 110, so it's integrated um, converter, which is awesome. You're not having to have a separate box, which I'm glad everybody's getting away from that. It was fine at the time, but I mean, putting the converter in the chassis just makes more sense. But you also have 110 or 12 volt, and you store the cables right here. So essentially, we've all seen this, right? I mean, this is nothing typically or terribly new. Um, I think what's interesting about this is the price point's $350.
Yeah,
Um,
that is very interesting.
and what I'll do is I won't do it right now, but I will look it up in my email and I will put a comment and pin it. So if you guys are interested in this product, you can go look it up. Okay, it comes with um, a filter, which is like
Filter.
nice. I'm not sure. They show it in the manual hooking up this way, and I normally would hook this end to the gun. Let me see. I don't think it really matters on this particular unit. You know, it's just a cotton filter. So maybe having it here makes more sense. I don't know. But since this is how they show it in the manual, that's how I'm going to do it. Now, this is another another compressor that came with a bunch of parts. It does not come with instructions, which is a bummer, but it comes with a bunch of parts. Extra fuses. I don't know what that little syringe is for. I didn't see anything in the manual that sort of tipped me off. It comes with a bunch of filters, O-rings.
Is it oilless and
Yeah, it's
waterless?
oilless, waterless. It's very similar to, you know, basically all the other compressors we've seen on the market lately. Again, it just comes down to I have no idea what some of these things are. A bunch of extra seals. It comes with a Foster connector, um, burst discs, extra burst discs.
Yeah, I want to know what the syringe is for.
I do too. I don't
That's
know.
interesting.
Okay. Got your little test plug, and that's it. So you guys know how this works. You set your pressure here. It's set now from the factory. I guess they must have tested it. Wow, they pushed it a little hard. They had it like 4,800. I'm going to set it to 45. I got a power plug here somewhere because I did this earlier today. Let us see. A really heavy duty power plug. I think that's maybe a little overkill. It doesn't draw that much power, but anyway, they got it. So we've got lights going here. Let's see, grease syringe. Yeah, Pat, I don't know. Again, let me just look at the manual real quick because I cursory looked through it. Um, let's see. It's like 2 pages. Well, not quite. Uh, start, stop, hook to the thing, fitting, how to hook the power up. Um, uh, yeah, nothing about the syringe in it. And it's supposed to be maintenance free, oil free, grease free, all that stuff. So I don't know. So, okay. Yeah, you say something, Angie?
Timmy says if it's the older GX compressor, this syringe is to put grease in the compressor.
It's not a GX compressor. So it's made by Vevor, Vevor. So it's looks like a newer design. My camera keeps going out of focus. I'm sorry about that. And you're going to hear the fans because they are significant. So let me turn those on. All right, if everyone will put their tray tables and their seats in the upright position, we're going to be taking off soon. We're going to taxi to runway 135 in our flight to, yeah, you guys get the idea. It sounds like you're in an airplane. Okay, bleeder, I'm going to leave that open and start the compressor I want you guys to kind of see this. It'll be upside down, but you guys will see it. So we'll start the compressor. Okay. So it's got our temperature. That's your temperature gauge. And yeah, it goes pretty quick. You guys, I don't know if you can see the gauge moving.
Yep. Almost there.
It's fast. Okay, there you go.
Wow.
All right. All right. So there we go. So that is this new unit. Again, I'll show you the name here. It's by Vever. And I will put a link in the pin a comment. Because, I mean, um, yeah, you guys can go check it out. It's an Amazon deal. I think they have a direct buy on their website too. But yeah, I mean, for 350 bucks, if it holds up, it'll be really cool. My plan is I've got to get some more double-sided tape. I'm going to put an hour meter on this, and I'm going to use this. I've got to redo some stuff at my range, and I'm going to use this out at the range to fill guns in between takes. Um, so I'm going to put some use on it. We're getting into shooting season. I'm redoing my my canopy to have a 12-volt charging station for any of these portable compressors I want to use. So we'll get that set up, and then, yeah, so we'll be able to know if it holds up. My guess, this is so similar to so many other units. It's a little thicker. It seems, I don't know. I'll have to do fill times, like test it, compare it to. I have the JTS, I have the Rove Air, and I have this. And it would be interesting to do a comparison, just maybe filling to 4500 on the test plug, and then filling a gauntlet or something like that. Maybe I can do that video before I have to send the Rove Air back. That would be useful, I think. You guys can let me
Yeah.
know. But it chugs like it really feels like it's moving a lot of air. You saw how quickly it topped itself off. That was, to me, it seemed quicker. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. I'd have to actually get my stopwatch out and test it. But if it works good for 350 bucks and it helps people get out there and do some more shooting, I am tickled. That'll be awesome.
I'm curious. Gary said, I think I paid 140 bucks. 140 bucks for what? Because that right there, 350, you said for
Yeah,
that one?
yeah.
I think that's the least expensive compressor I've heard of.
One that has this feature set, yes, like auto shut off. You can get cheaper ones like the fill with a bucket of water jobs, like the Young Hang
Oh,
clones
yeah.
and whatever. You can get
Yeah.
those for cheap. Um, they make some
But
pretty
something like that.
pretty dirty air though. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, if this works, I mean, I don't know anything about the company or the compressor. This is my first time to fire. Well, other than earlier today, firing it up. This is it. So I'm excited. I mean, I've had the other one, the Total or whatever it was, two Tau or whatever. That worked great. I used that on the bench for a long time. I had a buddy of mine that needed a little compressor, and um, he had bought the. Long story short, I wound up sending him that one, and I haven't heard anything other than hopefully it's working good. So, so anyway, Pat's asking a question: why the others are worth more, $150 more? Um, okay, so, and I mean, I will give you my guess. There's a huge difference if you are, say, an Air Venturi and you are importing a compressor that has to go through shippings and customs and all the fun stuff. Um, and let's see, I'm gonna do there. And you actually have to make some money. Then if you're a manufacturer selling direct, As far as I know, Vever is a direct to consumer play, so that's probably why it's cheaper. Now the JTS is actually physically different, just so you guys know. The JTS has a third fan. It is more robust in its construction. It's, I believe, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn here, but the well, I think I'll save that. I don't know if I'm not. I may not be supposed to say that. I could tell you the manufacturer of the JTS compressor is a known compressor maker that has built the compressor to a higher standard based on Travis's input. One of it being a patented cooling system that Travis helped design. So that is functionally and physically different than say this or the Rove Air. There's actually a difference there, and there's a big difference between a manufacturer selling direct to consumer and a vendor or distributor that is having something manufactured and then selling it to the consumer. Big difference. So some of that's probably just margin. Anyway. Okay, do we have any questions here? You see, Angie, we need to jump on. I
I
know the
don't think
chat's
so.
been
They're
pretty
talking
active,
about
but
hand pumps and they're giving away their ages and stuff, which I'm not going there.
yeah, yep, no problem. I'm 52, so I'm getting up there. I look at more like every day more. So
I don't know what 52 is supposed to look like, so
about like this.
it's different. It's different for everybody.
Hey, I lost my lights went out. Hold on. Get back on here. There we go. Okay. G-Man has figured something out that is what I was not going to say. But yes, that's a good um, observation, G-Man. I can neither confirm nor deny the truth of that particular statement. Sort of. Anyway,
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
yeah, that's all
Oh,
right.
I see it. I see it.
Anyway, I think that's it, guys. I think we've it's 7:30, so we talked about a lot of things. Um, I think the comments I wanted to get to, I got to. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess given the phrase biased being unfairly prejudiced, prejudiced,
Nope. Back it up.
uh, unfairly so? No, I don't think I am biased now that I know the definition. Um, but I do like things that work well, and I don't like things that don't. So take that with a grain of salt. And I think that's about where we'll end it. I think everybody's that way, though. I don't know of anybody else that isn't. Like I like pellets that shoot well, like JSB pellets that shoot well. Right, Joe? Still need some slugs, dude.
Predator
Uh,
JSB.
yeah, Predator JSB. Yes. Make sure Joe gets his 15 cents or a nickel or whatever it was. And I like H&N pellets. Thank you, Jorg, as well. But yeah, I like things that shoot well, and I like things that don't shoot well. I can give it a miss. Guys, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for hanging out and hanging out with us tonight. I don't know what next week is going to look like, Angie.
It's
Maybe
a whole week away.
well, maybe we'll have the winner because after we draw the winner, I've got to contact them, verify eligibility, all that kind of fun stuff, and maybe we'll have that information next week, and we'll be fixing to get ready. We'll probably give it a week while you do your video on the Avenger, and then we'll start the next contest on that. And I'll try and work out where we can get a scope for it and see if I can get some other folks to give up some goodies for it. There's another compressor company I can talk to, and maybe they'll um, maybe they'll do something. So I'll reach out to them. So anyway,
That would be super cool if somebody in the chat won.
yeah,
That would be really cool. Won a
it'd be great.
contest.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's almost over, guys. Go enter if you haven't.
yeah. Get
It's a
over
really
there.
cool gun.
Get over there. Yeah. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Angie, any final words?
Nope. Good night, y'all. I
See you
guess that was a
guys.
yes. Good night, y'all.
Okay, I just ended it.